A business requires more talents beyond the hard skills and the passions that you have. Another personal consideration is to take an honest assessment, and I want to underline honest, an honest assessment of your skills. When you speak with entrepreneurs, they've gone through a lot. And a lot of times they think they're invincible. They can take on whatever comes their way. And there's some truth to that. But after a while, you know that you're not going to be great at everything. You might be good, very good at one or two or three areas, but you're going to need help from others who have complementary skills. For example, your business is probably focused around hard skills you have and some passions you have. If you're technical, it could be IT, it could be programming, coding. If you're good with numbers, it could be accounting, finance. If you're strategic, it could be providing business consulting, management consulting. If you're very detail-oriented and tactical, it could be something around process improvements, compliance, those sort of things. So knowing what you're good at and what you have passion for is important. But a business requires more talents beyond the hard skills and the passions that you have. So for example, let's say you're very strategic, you're very visionary in your thinking. That's great, that's really helpful, that's gonna help your clients. But most likely, you're going to be missing some details, you're not very detail-oriented. I'm not passing judgment here on strategic people, but in general, if you're really good at strategy, you're not paying attention to the details. So in that business that you're establishing around strategy, it might be super beneficial to have a project manager who will help you accomplish your vision. They can look after all the details, the tasks, the prerequisites, put a timeline around things so you're focused on what you're really good at. Alternatively, if you're very detail-oriented, you might need someone, maybe an advisor, someone who could be on your board, or just a friend or a consultant you pay, maybe hourly or what have you, so that they can provide this strategic consulting that you need. This way, you're not just stuck doing the same thing every day. You don't have a plan, a strategy on how to grow the business. Or say you're very technical and you're an amazing programmer. But let's say your customer support skills, they leave much to be desired. It's gonna be really hard to sell and manage clients and grow the business from, say, your existing clients. So what you might want to think of, if you want to focus on that technical aspect of the business, is to have someone who knows how to delight customers, who finds joy in supporting and serving clients. To get real here about the assessment, talk to someone you trust. Talk to someone, your spouse, your partner, your friends, and ask them for honest feedback and honest advice. They know you, they've known you for years. If that's too awkward, makes you too uncomfortable, try some of the online tools. So there are things like the Myers-Briggs about personalities. You can also do something like String Finder. I found that very useful when I took it. So the idea here is to get honest feedback about your skills, about your personality, about what you're good at. So look for skills that you have, capitalize on those, and learn about the skills you don't have, and ask your trusted circle, ask for input, and decide to improve on the core skills that you need as a manager, as a leader, as a founder. And then for other skills, they're just not you, find others who can help you as you build and grow the business. When we decided to go 100% remote, this is way before the pandemic. I believe we were one of the very few companies who did this. We were pioneers in that space. When we wanted to go remote, that lesson of listening and engaging team members stayed with me throughout all my career and was instrumental in creating a fully remote, yet very collaborative, transparent, and open communication type of culture. Bottom line, decide which skills you'll learn and improve on, and which skills you'll hire for and contract for. And don't forget to give back. Today's thought is, set up a donation matching program in your company. If you can't afford to do that today, at least plan on where you can do it. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. And I'd love to hear from you. Leave us a comment about how you are understanding the ecosystems, how you're finding and vetting these ideas so that we can learn together. Thank you so much.